Hey, welcome in everybody. Today, continuing to visit with some of the general managers from Birdland. We've talked to a couple, we got a couple more to go. And today we welcome in Jack Graham, the Ironbirds general manager, Aberdeen Ironbirds general manager. And Jack, what's exciting for Aberdeen, not only do you have a great ballpark and a great fan base, a great community, but now the Ironbirds are going full season. It'll be 120 games this year in the what was, I guess, the Carolina League, high A ball essentially.
Right.
And so there must be a little excitement in Aberdeen these days.
Our phones have rung more in the last 2 weeks than they did in the 6 months prior, which is fantastic. We're really excited. Our fan base is excited. Our community is excited. And so we are definitely gearing up to be back on pace with the baseball that our community knows and loves.
So what is different when a team was short season and now it's going to be full season?
Well, aside from the obvious, which is more baseball games, I think that the thing that fans will notice the most is the level of play increase. It's amazing how, 2 years or 3 years of development from a player between rookie ball or short season baseball and advanced A, not only do the players develop as they go up the levels, but also the concentration of talent, the kind of guys who, are removed from the system between those levels is going to be very apparent. I was talking to Cal and Bill when we were discussing our move up to high A baseball, and we were talking about how very few home runs have been hit in Aberdeen over the course of our time as a team. And we were speculating that it had maybe had something to do with the park was too big, or the ball doesn't fly well, or the wind blows in the wrong direction. But ultimately, I think we landed on the fact that the guys who were in Aberdeen were between 18 and 21 years old. They really didn't have a handle on what it was like to be a pro baseball player. And more than likely, as we progress to a higher level, we will see a much more competitive level of baseball, much higher talent level. It's going to be really exciting.
So it's early March as we tape this. You're 2 months away from when you're going to be actually playing a game. May 4th is opening day for the Ironbirds at Wilmington. First two long 6-game series on the road. May 18th is your home opener there at Ripken Stadium. So tell me about fans right now, with the understanding, obviously, this is going to potentially change. Could you have fans right now? What's the plan moving forward?
So we're obviously very hopeful that the state of Maryland and health officials will allow us to expand the capacity of our ballpark. Currently, all outdoor entertainment venues in the state of Maryland, whether it's Ripken Stadium with 6,000 seats or Camden Yards with 35,000, are limited to a 250 maximum human capacity. And the reason I phrase it like that is because it's not about spectators. It's not about, people in the stands. It's about any person who's in the ballpark. So that's players, coaches, umpires, concessions employees, front office, spectators, police officers, EMTs. All of the people who are in the ballpark have to add up to 250 or less. And so we're very hopeful that as things continue to improve on a health perspective, as people gain confidence coming out to ball games and going out to entertainment venues like ours, we're hopeful that that number will expand. And, we're hoping that we can, if possible, play a role in improving the health situation, whether that's through education or through a location where we can have vaccinations being administered, whatever we can do to get Maryland back to normal.
Well, Aberdeen's a special place. I have firsthand knowledge of that, having served as an Ironbirds broadcaster back in the day, 2004 through 6. I love traveling around the New York Penn League. I love going to work at Ripken Stadium. That's one heck of an office. And a woman I would see there often was Violet Ripken, Mrs. Ripken, who passed away recently. Of course, Cal and Bill, the mother of 4, and the grandmother to Ryan, who plays in the organization now. She meant so much to not only bigger Birdland, but especially Hartford County and Aberdeen. And that loss, I'm sure, was felt, very much in your ballpark.
For sure. Mrs. Ripken owned the same 6 seats on the club level where she could be seen enjoying pretty much every Ironbirds game. There were very few that she wasn't able to make it to, and we're going to miss her here. I think that Vi was an indicator to our fans and to our community that no matter how famous the Ripken family name is, no matter how many fans come through Ripken Stadium, no matter how, the baseball is played in the park, she was a reminder that this is a family-owned business. The family is the Ripken family, but we're a local small business, and she was here making sure that it was run the way that her family, her husband, her boys would expect it to be. And we're going to miss her from that perspective. We're going to miss her presence at the ballpark. She was somebody who everybody was drawn to, not only because of who her family is, but because of how fun she was to be around, whether it was at the bowling alley, at Ripken Stadium, on the golf course, or just out and about supporting her various causes like the Boys and Girls Club of Hartford and Cecil County.
Well said, Jack. Rest in peace, Mrs. Ripken. So not an easy segue to move on back to baseball, but we'll touch on a few more topics here. Yeah. And let's talk about the future of the minor leagues as it impacts Aberdeen and beyond now that Major League Baseball has taken over. What do you think fans will observe over seasons probably that will become different?
It's a good question. I think that for the most part, our fans will probably not notice most of the changes that will happen. They won't notice that the batting cages need to be 20 feet longer. They won't notice that the weight room needs to be 60% bigger. They won't notice that the guys are going to ride 2 buses when they go on the road from now on. Those are things that will affect the players that the fans won't directly see. But our hope, obviously, is that those things will improve the way that the players develop, the way that they feel every day coming to the ballpark, and that will impact their performance on the field across the league. All the teams will get better in that way, and hopefully that impact will be seen by the fans. And as we continue to grow and develop and the minor leagues are changing, Major League Baseball will help to tell our story more. It's become very clear from Kurt Hunziker, who was with the minor league baseball front office, and now he's with Major League Baseball front office. It's become very clear from Peter Woodfork and from Commissioner Manfred that Major League Baseball is committed to improving the visibility of minor league teams in their communities and across the country as part of this new partnership. So we're excited about that.
Jack, not only I know you're proud of your ball club and you're proud of everything that's going on in Aberdeen, but you're proud of your family name. There's 2 Jack Grahams that played minor league baseball. You're one of them. You were drafted by the Orioles in 2012 and played in the minor league system for a season or 2. Your uncle, Brian Graham, Oriole fans certainly know that name. He was director of player development for many years here. If you look at all the winning the Orioles did from 2012 through 2016, Brian Graham had a lot to do with that. So a lot of pride with that name.
Absolutely. My uncle Brian and my dad Aaron, they grew up in San Diego. They during the 1970s they played together at Granite Hills High School, and they grew and developed as baseball was growing and developing. My dad ended up going to college for football. Brian and my other uncle Louis went for baseball to UCLA and San Diego State, respectively. Brian was drafted in the 4th round. Louis was drafted a little bit later by the Mets, and they both got to play some minor league baseball, lay the groundwork for me and for my cousin Jack. Jack's daughter Kinsley and his wife Macy live in Pittsburgh near Brian. I wanted to give them a shout out. Aberdeen Ironbirds fans may remember Jack being here as a player and as a coach. And we're really proud of the impact that we've been able to make in baseball, but also the impact that baseball has made on us. We're servants of the game.
So cool. It gives you a unique perspective as a minor league general manager. I think most Oriole fans know that follow the minors. The players are provided by the parent club, the Orioles. They decide who's pitching tonight, who's moving up, who's moving down, who's getting on the injured list, what your roster is going to look like. And then you deal with pretty much everything else in the business, the tickets, to the charities you do, the community work you guys do. But having played pro ball puts you in a unique class of people who got that far. How does it help you, or does it help you in this role?
I think that it may not help me, but I hope that it helps the players. I hope that they feel like someone is on their side when they have a problem, or if there's something wrong in the clubhouse, or if they have a question. I hope that they know that I've been through it. I've lived that life. I've ridden the bus. I've eaten the meals. I've hung out in the clubhouses, and I hope that they feel comfortable saying, "Hey, can you help me out with this?" Or, "Hey, this came up. Can you do something about it?" And the relationship that I have with Kent Qualls and the player development system, and I'm getting to know Mike Elias slowly over time. That has helped because I can be frank with them because I've got the experience to back up the opinions I have, and they can be frank with me because they know that I have seen both sides of it. And so that relationship is very valuable to me and very special to me. I'm lucky.
Well, Jack, I'm lucky to live close to your ballpark, so you'll be seeing a lot of me this year when it's healthy and safe to do so. We look forward to a lot of fans this year. I mean, DL Hall could wind up in Aberdeen. Kyle Moore is a budding star in the Orioles system.
Indeed.
In the manager ranks. He's going to manage there where he did once before in short season. So a lot of exciting stuff going on, man. Thanks for the visit today, and we'll see you soon at Ripken Stadium.
Have a great day. Thanks, everybody.